shunting troublesome trucks of heavy stone. It's not an easy job, but they couldn't agree which of them would be the back engine.
It would be better for you to be my back engine, Diesel. After all, it is my branch line.
I work here in the quarry all the time. At least you get to see the rest of Sodor and the seaside.
You can be my front engine, Mavis. Diesels are new and revolutionary. We'd be two diesels working together.
There are more cars to get ready. I do love to be beside the seaside. Thanks for letting me work with you, Diesel. But we really do have to get back. I've had a great time, Diesel, but I really do need to get back now.
We make a good team, you and me.
Sir Topham Hatt will be very cross if these troublesome trucks don't get to the docks on time. But he would be very happy if I took them myself.
Hold back! Hold back!
Oh, you said you were going to be good. Oh, no! Toby, look out!
Thomas, what happened?
I did tell Mavis a number of times that we should get back to the quarry.
What? You never said... Oh!
I know naughty Diesel and Mavis left you all on your own, Thomas.
Sir Topham Hatt sent Mavis back to the quarry to do what she does best. But he also realized that now and then it was nice for her to take cars down to the docks. And that makes Mavis a very happy engine indeed.
Oh, I do like to be beside the seaside. Oh, I do like to be beside the sea. Oh, I do like to stroll along the prom, where the brass bands play tiddly-um-pom-pom.
Oh, I do like to be beside the seaside.
Oh, I do like to be beside the sea.
When I'm down beside the sea,
I'm beside myself with glee, beside the seaside, beside the sea.
Both Annie and Clarabelle have an emergency cable. Passengers can use it to sound an alarm and stop the train, but only in an emergency.
Look, Clarabelle. There he is again. That man with his binoculars. Yes.
The man with the binoculars got off again at Dryore Station.
I'm not any kind of an inspector. I'm a bird watcher, and I'm trying to find a very rare bird.
Somebody had pulled the emergency cable, and the guard put the brakes on his coaches.
It must be an emergency!
I'm sorry. I got a little overexcited. I thought I heard the sound of a very rare bird I've been looking for, and I wanted to see it, so I pulled the emergency cable.
Seeing a rare bird is not an emergency.
What's that sound?
So all the passengers had to squeeze into one coach. Thomas didn't like having to leave Annie behind.
The emergency cable must only be pulled when there is a genuine emergency.
I'm really very sorry.
We'll soon have you back on the rails again.
We'll have to wait for more to be delivered.
Well, I'm not going to stop for him. Oh, no! Thomas!
Someone had pulled the emergency cable again.
That was my stop back there. I need to get off the train.
And let the man with the binoculars get on.
The man with the binoculars may have pulled the emergency cable when he shouldn't have, but he said he was sorry.
At last, Annie got a new wheel and came back to work with Thomas and Clarabelle.
Thanks for getting me a new wheel, Thomas. How did Victor find one so quickly?
I told him it was an emergency.
Very cheeky, Thomas. Yes, very cheeky indeed.
It was Christmas on the island of Sodor. And a very happy time, too. Except Duncan. He didn't like Christmas one bit.
Hello, Aeneas. Don't you just hate these cold winter mornings? It takes so long to get a steam up.
Hello, Duncan. How are you?
Well, not so great, as you can see. I very nearly had an accident.
Why don't you use your sandbox?
I've used up all my sand. I expect there's none left at the depot either. Well, it's all right for some. All these extra passengers are slowing me down.
Duncan was complaining to me about the cold, and he told me there was no sand for our sandboxes. But there's plenty.
He told me his passengers were slowing him down.
I'm sure he'll cheer up when he sees the depot.
Bah humbug. All the snow and sand is turning into slush, and my wheels are wet and gritty.
Well, I feel good as new.
Typical. Trust the standard gauge engines to get special treatment. Fresh coat of paint. And not before time. With all the work I have to do, picking up extra passengers, remembering the new seasonal timetable, waiting around in the bitter cold, getting bugs in my face.
I think I'll have a word with Mr. Percival.
I've come for my Christmas coat of paint.
Well, I hear from the other engines that you've been grumbling a lot lately. You've been making everyone feel unhappy.
Ah, I see. Well, no problem, sir. I can do that. Thanks for the reminder, Aeneas. Completely fine. Thank you.
So Duncan's passengers decided to hum a jolly Christmas song to pass the time.
What a lovely song, Duncan.
Isn't it?
Duncan realized that by getting grumpy, he had hurt Luke's feelings.
Woo! Thanks, Duncan!
Duncan made his way to the steamworks anyway.
And I wasn't cheerful all day, but...
Say no more, Duncan. You did a good thing yesterday.
You mean a new coat of paint?
That's right, Duncan.
Thank you, sir. That's very kind.
Very good, Duncan.
And it doesn't make you any less useful.
He takes people to work every morning and brings them home from work again in the evening.
Oh, at last. Oh, dear.
Of this one passenger who's always grumbling and complaining.
Duncan's grumpy passenger complained almost as much as Duncan did. He complained if Duncan was running late. And he complained when the coaches were too full.
Too fast. I'm taking right now. Oh, it's everywhere. Oh.
Really? Is that true?
What? If it's not true now, I'll soon make sure it is. None of my passengers will have any reason to complain.
Duncan was in good time to pick up his regular passengers.
Plenty of space for all of you.
Come on, do something about it.
If I slow down, there's going to be complaints from that passenger.
So Duncan didn't slow down. Duncan was feeling very pleased with himself. And so were all his passengers. Except, of course, for one. The grumpy passenger had slept through his alarm clock and was running late.
Hold that train!
So Duncan waited on the platform, even after the guard had blown his whistle.
Oh, yes, I just made it.
Well, he can't say he has anything to complain about this morning.
But the other passengers were not so happy because now they were late.
Every day something goes wrong. So predictable. Seats uncomfortable. Trains are always late.
Sir, I know what you're going to say, and I'm truly sorry. Because of that grumpy passenger, sir. I was trying to stop him complaining.
Duncan, I know that passenger well. He's always grumpy, and he always finds something to complain about.
Come on! Hurry up! I'm going to be late for my tea.
But I've had a good day, Rheneas. Today, I learnt a very important lesson. I'm going to change my ways and be a different engine from now on. Just you wait and see.
Really? You mean you're going to stop grumbling once and for all?
No, I mean I'm going to stop listening to that grumpy old passenger and just get on with being really useful.
Good for you, Duncan. Good for you.
Hello! It's me, Thomas, the #1 blue tank engine. I've learned so many new things on my worldwide adventure that I love sharing. Let's discover more!